Last year, we estimate we saved over $1 million using the GreenBroz trimmers.
It's been a wonderful machine.
We absolutely love it.
We absolutely love it.
I was just blown away by how tight the trim was on it and how tight the buds were really on it.
It looks perfect. It comes out of the machine looking perfect.
Buds come out perfectly trimmed.
Blown away by how well it works and how beautiful the product is coming out of it.
The GreenBroz just trims it so uniformly.
It creates a really tight trim on the bud, and so that means that there's a lot of good trim left.
They trim so incredibly well in the GreenBroz machines that there's no need to even look anywhere else for another way to trim. I mean, they just work fantastic.
My experience has been unbelievable. You know, coming from having heard of other machines and the way they work and the way they didn't work really, this one is great. The way it handles, how gently it handles the product.
The amount of time that it takes to process it through this machine versus hand trimmers is vastly shortened, and that means it spends less time in that low humidity environment that saps those terpenes and makes that cure harder.
It's a real plus for us. It keeps the natural features of the bud intact. It's pretty gentle. I'm super impressed with the machine.
There's a learning curve that relates to when is exactly the right time to use the trimmer. But if you get that sort of dialed in and you nail it, you'll create the most beautiful product.
The separation is what's amazing. The trim is 100% trim and the bud is all bud. So you don't end up with the little pieces of bud. There's no scissor mistakes, miscuts, and things like that.
You can determine when it's done. It doesn't decide for you. So you can really watch it and wait for it to look perfect before pulling it out of the machine. It's a very clever design.
You take the human element out of a decision. Is it worth it to trim this bud, or do I just put it with the trim? The machine doesn't know. The machine only does its job, and it does it perfectly.
It's cut, substantial time off of our harvest process, our trimming process. One of my favorite features is that it is able to trim and then put off right into a bag.
We had about 200 pounds of raw material to process, and in 8 hours with 3 guys, we were able to do all 200 pounds.
The amount of time it saves is, it's unbelievable. I mean, the ROI is on the order of, thousands of %.
It is a massive financial benefit for us. We have the large machines, and when we purchased them, they were around $10,000 a piece, and they paid for themselves the first 2 days.
It really does a fantastic job of keep preserving the qualities of the product that you want, saving money, and expediting the whole process.
It has really benefited the production. It's cut costs, a lot of cost savings with the machine over hand trimming, and it does a wonderful job.
A lot of people are worried about machines beating up the product and being really rough, bouncing them around. Well, with the GreenBroz machine, we don't find that to be an issue. It's so incredibly delicate.
It's top of the line, quiet, very easy to maintain and clean.
We clean them between every harvest batch, so they're not a big deal to break down and clean out.
It's quiet. That's one of the things that I absolutely love, how quiet it is.
They're really simple. There's not very many moving parts.
We can sit and run a couple machines and have the crew can sit there and listen to music, which it sounds odd, but is very pleasant compared to a lot of the other machines, big blowers, vacuums, and they just make a lot of noise and they're annoying and they're violent on the product.
When you're getting to the commercial level grow of a 15,000 square foot warehouse, it's time to step up and get a machine.
I would definitely recommend the trimmer we have.
I would fully recommend the GreenBroz.
We've had this just at 2.5 years now, used it continuously, and we've had no breakdowns, no issues.
From a customer service standpoint, they've been phenomenal.
If I could do the same thing over again, I'd have done the same thing, but probably bought a few more. We have 6 of them on this farm, and we have over 15,000 plants, and those 6 are all we need to do everything we do.
If they were super skeptical about the GreenBroz trimming machine, I would invite them down to see it operate. And anybody that's been in the industry, once they've seen the GreenBroz machine operate, I think they're believers.